Charlamagne wasn't having that? Is that Breakfast Club?
Yeah,
Charlamagne. Did you guys hear the Tom Cruise like blow up?
Yeah, that's hilarious.
That shit was fucking hilarious.
I didn't hear that.
Hold on, let me play it. He I don't honestly I don't know what he was yelling about.
That they think they were breaking COVID like restrictions.
Protocols.
Yeah.
Looking at us and using us to make their movie. You're creating thousands of jobs.
Boss told.
Yo, what's funny about it? He's like 5'5".
Is he really?
Yeah, he's a short man.
Wait, what is he mad about in that video?
I think they were breaking COVID protocols. Like someone didn't have their mask on, and
whatever it may be.
Here comes Mr. Tom Cruise to the rescue.
Mission Impossible 7. Is that what it is, right?
I've never watched a Tom Cruise movie.
Oh no, I've never watched any of the Mission Impossibles, but they're on like the 7th or 8th one now.
Apparently, Tom Cruise is one of those guys that he kind of is I'm not gonna say he's a superhero, but he tries to be that in real life.
You think
he's a Scientologist?
It might be. They said he's really fit. Like if you look at him, how old is Tom Cruise?
He's 5'5".
How old does he look? Tom Cruise looks younger than
great.
any
How old
of
is
us.
he?
He looks great.
58.
He's in great shape too.
He's 58.
Yeah.
He's a Scientologist.
Yeah, can you talk about that, please? Because I heard there's a Netflix series.
I don't know much about it, but he's a Scientologist.
Yeah.
From what I know, and my knowledge is very limited, there was this what do they call this? Like the guy who wrote the lady who wrote Harry Potter. He was a fictional writer, and he wrote a bunch of books, and apparently they all fucking sucked, right? And apparently he had like a lot of mental issues, and he was trying to come up with
Tom Cruise.
No, the guy who created Scientology.
Yeah.
Apparently he had a lot of mental issues, and he was trying to self-medicate himself with therapy. And he created a book trying to give his life some sort of structure to deal with the mental issues he had. And mind you, he's a fictional character. So a bunch of this book probably was fiction. And he said, okay, I think this book is pretty good. I'm going to make it a religion now. So that's why I think a lot of people shit on it, because it's like, dude, a fucking fictional book writer created a religion less than 100 years ago. Like, how can you possibly follow this as a religion?
What exactly is Scientology? Do they believe like aliens had sex, then created the world and stuff like that?
Maybe.
Or an alien had sex with the planet and something like that.
But that's how people moved, in the 18th century when they were preaching religion, the Catholic Church, right?
Well, they didn't create it, though.
That's true. They didn't create it. Well, someone definitely created and wrote the whole thing, and then they had people go out there and sell the shit.
Right.
So that's how I'm looking at it.
That was the disciples in the year 1.
Right. That's the thing. Like, me and you, I would give you slack for being a Christian, because it's like, yo, there's this big story behind it, God and all divine intervention. But if this nigga creates a religion, and then I'm saying, like, if any of us create a religion, it's like, yo, bro, you want to be a part of it? Like, yo, get the fuck out of my face.
You not jacking Zillaism?
Oh, Zillaism. What's Zillaism?
What's that about?
So
what's the top 5 principles? Give us 5.
Just what is
Dylon.
Oh,
So first of all, Zilla is a suffix meaning beast, right?
He's a what?
Zilla is a suffix for beast, like Godzilla.
Okay.
So
Zilla, suffix.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Zilla means beast. So Zillaism just beast. Just I don't know. I don't know. I just thought of it,
bro. Be a beast.
Are you? You're Zilla.
Yeah. That's why.
He the top beast.
That's why.
Are you a prophet, or you're the higher power?
No. I'm not at the higher power yet. I didn't reach full Zilla capacity yet.
Oh, you gotta reach Zilla.
But that's why. But I embraced the name Zilla.
You a baby Zilla?
Yeah, but I embraced the name Zilla. That's why I like when like Coach Faj, he calls me Zilla. I like that. Like,
you like clout like that?
Yeah.
I'm surprised niggas not calling you baby Guala over there.
Bobrin, dude. Shout out to Clean Your System.
There we go. Another Clean Your System post.
I need to get on that CMOS.
We gotta get you some.
Tell them to send me some.
We got you.
The CMOS.
I went to like 5 different health food stores, and they didn't have CMOS.
Yeah.
They have raw CMOS.
I've seen raw CMOS, and I saw it weeks ago, and I was like, this place has the CMOS. Went there, they didn't have, and they're like, I don't know when we're getting it back. So I was like,
yeah, Aunt always got it. So
I need my asthma healed and my mucus healed.
Mm-hmm.
No, that shit would definitely help you, bro. You have asthma for real?
Yeah,
Does it affect you? Like,
yeah. It's not as bad as it used to be, but it's rough. I've been trying to stay off the inhaler.
like what happens? Like
Trying to-
sometimes you just like run out of breath or something.
Yeah, it'll be like a short breaths. Short.
Something
Do you
wrong,
cut
man?
that shit while you get cheeks or something?
Nah,
Like you feeling it from the back?
I don't get cheeks.
You wiped up?
I'm wave.
Oh,
Got
respect,
something.
respect,
Got
respect,
something, got
respect.
something.
Y'all was chatting.
I'm chilling.
I was chatting. I was chatting. Put all the listeners out there.
I'm chilling.
Yeah, no respect. We in the game for real.
Yeah.
Wait, you are wiped up?
A little bit.
Oh,
We in the game
respect.
for real.
I'm chilling.
Come on.
Shout out to Bala's wifey.
No. Chill.
I guess we gotta cut that out.
Nah,
That's
nah,
what
I'm
he's
playing.
trying to tell
I'm
us.
playing. I got Tisha, Keisha,
What you doing
And
to all
about
of them?
3 Kims.
Nothing. They just draining my wallet.
That's
Nah,
what
I'm
they
playing.
do.
I got a little thing. Little thing.
We gonna leave your relationship right there. We're not trying to get you in trouble.
No. I'm chilling.
Shout out to
I don't like projecting my
Personal
life ever. I don't even like pictures of myself. This is a lot for me.
This is, you seem very comfortable the last time.
only time I make videos is like when it's not me at all.
Really?
I'm as far from me as possible.
So, with that being your personality, how the fuck did you get into stand-up comedy?
My boy, I was at Five Towns College and I met this dude, Jay Sabs, Jay Bone, Jay Dog, Jay Sabella. Shout him out. But we didn't like anybody at this school, so we would just sit in the cafeteria, pretty much make fun of everybody there because it was a performing arts school. It was just weird. But hanging out there, and Jay Sabs is like, "Yo, I do stand-up comedy." I'm like, "Oh, I've been trying to do that for years, but I've just never done it." He's like, "Yo, let's do it." So I did it here and there with him. It's been a while since I've done it, just because Rona. And
Are you gonna get back into it?
I will. Not anytime soon. Right now, I'm trying to put my energy into like more serious. Like I got some serious things that I'm trying to work
That's what we
on.
like to hear.
Yeah,
I'm trying to get into
Yes, sir.
stand-up.
I've been
though.
right. What's up?
I don't know.
Open mics are nothing. You know.
What's
You
up? You trying to go with me? Like,
I don't even know where they're doing them right
well,
now.
there's probably not any open
They
mics
closed
right
the creek in the cave. That was a spot I would go to.
Where that at?
That was in Queens. I don't know where.
Creek in a cave.
Creek
That's how you say it?
Creek in the cave. Creek and cave. Creek. We
That
call
shit-
it the creek, but that
Don't
was a
you think
crazy
that-
spot.
That's kind of a creepy name.
Yeah, it was.
Creek in a cave.
Yeah, it was cool. It was like a
Creek
taco
In a
place. It
cave.
was like a taco place, and in the basement they had like an arcade, like mad pinball machines, all the old arcade games,
Speakeasy.
bar, and then they had a little room for it was probably like a little bigger than this room. It's nothing crazy. It's a cool spot. You could say whatever you want there. That was
so you could be flagrant.
you could be flagrant. This one dude would be talking about crazy stuff. Like a
and
lot
people
of people
don't
would be
judge you. Like, there's
Nah.
no like, oh,
Nah, you just won't get any laughs. Is all.
well, if it's not funny, but if you say some funny shit, that's
If you
foul.
say funny stuff, that's foul. You'll get some love. But that's where it's just like that's a place. That's a crazy cool place, to be honest.
Do you think I would be able to do stand up?
Yeah.
Yo, you know what's so weird? Like, I feel like I would be good at doing it, but I don't know if I would be good at doing it. Like, number one,
What?
because
You
number one, I'm really scared of speaking in public.
But that's anything.
It's
in
That's
life.
crippling.
Yeah.
Like,
But the
Everyone's
only way to
like
do it,
that.
especially if you want to get good at talking in front of people, go to like some little open mic, because there's gonna be people who don't care at all what you're talking about.
Like
They don't care at all.
Like Ma said, the only way you're gonna get better is if you do it.
That's a fact.
and that's why I want to
Fact.
do stand. I do not want to be a stand-up comedian.
Right.
I would love it if I get funny, and I know it would transfer to the podcast. You said like being able to talk,
Yeah.
But I do want to do it just for that. No one to get over my fear of public speaking, and that's probably the hardest form of public speaking.
Yeah.
Not only are you talking to motherfuckers, the pressure is on you to make them laugh,
Yeah.
and that shit is not like making your boys laugh.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right. I did this one show thing. I don't even know what it was in Hempstead. It was like a rap show. Like there was just a bunch of people doing rap, and then it was just me and my friend Justin. They're like, "Yo, we got these 2 white boys doing some stand-up comedy now, and they just went on for like 45 minutes. Somebody threw a beat on, and everybody was just grabbing the mic, start freestyling, and then they're like, all right, we're gonna calm it down here. Here's some stand-up comedy.
Here's some jokes now.
Here's some white boys. And then I get up there, I'm like, you guys like cereal? And they're just like, boo.
You should have said the N-word.
Nah. Yo, it was crazy because this one dude who...
What's good, ma?
No. But there was one dude, he was doing a song, and he was like, yo, he's like, all right, when I say I only got one wish, you guys yell, I wish I would right now. So everybody...
Wait, what the fuck did you say? You gotta say that again.
I only got one wish. I wish a N-word would right now.
Oh, he just said it. Yo, you're canceled. You know we knew what you meant when you said the N-word. Yeah, by the way, white people gotta stop doing that. You know,
you saw that video of that dude in like a 7-Eleven?
Nah.
Oh,
God.
Shit through to him?
He got
With a twisted
slapped
tea
with
can.
That was a
Twisted
tea.
tea.
slapped with a
12
tall
ounce
boy.
twisted.
I thought that was alcohol.
No,
that was a tall boy.
That was a 24 ounce. That was a 12. That was a 24.
Wow.
That white dude was interesting because he was talking mad shit, but clearly did not want to fight at all. Didn't even throw a punch or nothing. Didn't defend himself.
He
He
tried to
walked
kick
up
the
to
can.
push. Yeah, he tried to kick the can.
He was
And then he
slow
kicked the
reaction.
can.
The can was back in his hand. Then he went to go kick it. Like, oh, you already lost, big man. You lost,
He
bro.
got
bro.
his.
You lost.
For how smooth
That was
the dude-
definitely mastic.
Yeah.
It was what?
He's stupid. Someplace by us. The dude flipped the can though. That shit was smooth.
Nah, if he caught it, that would have been smooth.
That would've-
He
Wow.
dropped it, and then, but I mean, I think that was his plan to drop it, and then the dude was like, "Oh, I'm gonna kick it." Focused on the can. Dude picks it up.
Wow.
Yo, so that lady comments the.
Commentator.
Oh,
yeah.
She's like, "You're gonna get yours, buddy."
She was talking to the black dude.
No.
No, she's talking to the white
white
dude.
guy.
She's like, "Oh, you got something coming." And then somebody's like, "Put your phone down." She's like, "I can do whatever I want."
Yeah.
That lady was crazy.
But
She
yo,
was definitely buying some lotto tickets
easily, bro. They all do that.
and
we got,
Marlboro lights.
Marlboros.
we got ZillaEcho in the building.
Zilla.
How we doing?
You know what I'm saying? Zilla. If y'all don't know, this my little bro in here. Zilla, how it feel to be the youngest Stowe?
Feels good, to be honest with you.
Empowering.
You the youngest Stowe. I got
Why is it? Why does it feel good?
Cause you learn from everyone. You know what I mean? Like, I'm learning from Blake. I'm learning from Malcolm. I'm learning from my sister. Like I'm learning from my parents. It's so like some people like I know people who don't like being the youngest child. I'm like, dang, bro, it's so lit. You know what I mean? Like, you get to meet older people that you hate. Like Malcolm's 4 years older than me, and when I was in like 7th, 8th grade, sometimes I'm going hanging out with his friend that was on the varsity football team. I mean, like that was so cool to me.
Hey.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, my closest friend is 6 years older than me. It's Bala right here. You know what I mean?
Closest friend.
Yeah, bro. Come on.
Yo, people love throwing out the best friend shit.
We got
Like,
that
there's this girl at my job. I swear to
Wow.
God, she's had 6 best friends in the past 2 weeks. I'm like, yo,
I didn't say
cut
best
it
friend. I
the
said closest friend.
I'm not coming at you specifically, but I'm
Nah,
just
you
saying,
coming
like,
at him.
no, go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm
But
sorry
not,
for
but
interrupting.
you're not like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, so I learned how to act around older people. I mean, like when I was in school, like then I kind of lived like a double word. You know what I'm saying? Like, so one weekend I'm hanging out with my brother's friends, 4 or 5 years older than me, and then Monday I gotta go back to school, back to reality. I gotta act like a 7th and 8th grade. I can't act like a senior in junior high. You know what I mean?
That's funny
It
as
wasn't
hell.
working like
Nah,
that.
that'd be weak.
But
though.
when I got to high school, 9th grade, that's when I'm like, all right, I can act like a senior in 9th grade. Like
Hey.
I'm gonna do when I was in high school, my goal was to walk out of that school as the man.
That's your goal?
That was my goal. I
right.
walked out of that school as the man.
No matter the grade point average.
Well, that ordinary for me to be the man, I had to have the grades for it. I couldn't just be that one kid that every teacher liked, but like poor performance. I was a 2-sport athlete, right?
He's letting it
Tell the
swing.
people what you did, man.
He was letting it
I
swing.
was a football player, a wrestler, and then my senior year, yes sir, I was a basketball player.
What?
I was a basketball
Yeah,
player.
yeah.
I was a basketball player.
You was all American? That's what they said?
No, I was a McDonald's All American.
Hey,
McDonald's
yeah,
all over.
McDonald's all
What was
over.
it? Center, right?
Center.
Yeah.
I played the
What would you
five.
have? Triple doubles.
Triple doubles every
You
game.
were boys
I was
with Zion.
Yeah,
right,
me and
at the
Zion.
time?
Yeah, AAU. Me and Zion kicking it.
Oh, you was a dude they was saying was supposed to get drafted over Zion,
Yeah.
but I think your knee had buckled and
Yeah,
you were sleeping.
and
or
then I
some
was
shit
like,
that.
I was like, I'm just gonna play football.
I'm just
I'm
gonna
gonna
go
take
on
my
a
talents up
podcast
north and
in
play
a couple
football.
years.
That's always what happens.
You
But-
took your talents to what's homeboy name? Blair, not Blair. Blair, who's the head coach for Utica College?
Blaze.
Oh, Blaze. I don't know why I
He
called
said
him
Blair.
Blair.
Who's
Blair,
Blair?
like Blair Academy with
Matter of
Bronny
fact, shout
got.
out to Blair. Blair is my manager at work.
Damn, you love your manager.
No, I'm learning a lot from that dude.
His
Like,
name is Blair.
His name is Blair. It's to me, and we won't get back into you. Like, it's so like
Yeah.
I would give anybody advice. I know, like, if you have big dreams, let's say you want to become a billionaire or something, right? And you're working at a gas station, you'll be like, oh, none of the people here could teach me anything.
Mm-hmm.
That could be furthest from the truth. Like, this dude is a manager at FedEx, bro, and I just watch the way he operates, and I've learned so much.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just a manager at FedEx. Shout out to you, man.
Okay, Blair.
But no, so back to my basketball career. So senior year, I was so in high school we had something called Best Buddies. So it's you get gen ed kids and you do activities with special ed kids. And like I was never part of it because like I always had sports to go to, so I can never make the meetings and stuff like that. But I was affiliated with, you know what I mean? Like when I had time, I would go down to the room and show my face. Like I was cool with a couple of teachers down there. So my senior year, my old basketball coach when I was in junior high, Mr. Gordon, he walked up to me. He was like, do you do anything in the spring? Like I was like, nah, like that was my first time off. So he was like, we want to do something called unified basketball where we get gen ed kids and you guys teach them, like we'll play basketball with the special ed kids, but it counts. Like there's playoffs, there's a championship. It's a Section 11 sport. Like it's official. The reps were official. Everything about it was official. So I'm like, basketball, special ed kids, the kids that I love, like reason why I want to go into education. I'm like, all right. I'm doing this 100%. So I did that, and it was like, dang, like
You was Shaq.
I was Shaq. I was really a
Was you
hooper.
good though? I played basketball
What's
against
your
you
stats?
before. I
was-
wasn't impressed.
I was like,
What was your stats?
I don't like. I mean, like my main goal was not to. I was not trying to score. I would score if I had to, but like this is not for me. Like I know how to play basketball. You know what I mean? Like this is for the kid. This is for the special ed kids. And I'm not gonna hold you. Some of them, they know how to hoop. There was this one kid, Tyler, and Tyler's been around basketball because he was the girls' varsity basketball manager. When I tell you, there was one game where he had 8 points back to back.
Damn.
Insane. And he's shooting the ball when there's people in his face.
Come on.
Like, and it's green. He's getting
That's
a rebound.
LeBron.
Kawhi.
We can get into that.
But yeah, I was a 3-sport athlete, considered a 3-sport athlete. Shout out to the unified basketball team. I can't wait to can't wait till we do it again. Hopefully when I get back in spring next year, it'll be like back again because the whole COVID will be restricted. And it was definitely like it definitely motivated me to become like a teacher more though, because like I knew I always wanted to be a teacher because I don't really have interest in a lot of things. Like I know how to play sports, I know how to talk to people, and I know how to make people want to do things. You know what I mean? So, what's one class that everyone hated when they got to high school? Phys ed.
Is that facts?
It's facts. It's
People
facts.
hate phys ed?
It's
Not
facts.
for us. Probably not for us because we're all athletes.
Yeah, for me, probably not for, but like
Math.
there was minus like the minus math. Everyone hates math, but like minus like I was going to phys ed class and I'm like, how can you not put sweatpants on and just devote 40 minutes of your time to get a little bit of physical activity?
Facts.
They never ask you to go all out. They ask you to participate.
That's
When you
fact.
participate, you don't. It's PE class, not gym class. It's PE class.
Have fun.
You don't have exactly have fun. You're not sit. This is the first class. You're not sitting down for 40 minutes learning. Like
I was cutting my classes to go to PE.
exactly.
Word, that's
I
what
was-
I'm saying. Like,
I was
that
trying to
shit
hoop
fun.
every day
Every
during the
day.
winter.
Volleyball tournament?
I'm there.
Forget it. I was there all day long during
All
the volleyball
day.
tournament.
So you trying to make a difference? Like you really? Okay.
I'm really passionate about physical education, but
I respect it, bro.
I know, but that's just a fun.
But like,
that was funny.
That what you just said is not the story of 90% of the physical education teachers.
Right.
Them niggas got stuck.
But I literally, when I was in 8th, 9th grade, I knew, I was like, I'm going to school for a phys ed.
That's good.
I was like, I love it. I messed up my freshman year in college. The first semester I was a phys ed major. Loved it. Towards the middle of it, I'm like, bro, like, what am I doing? So I switched to psych child life. I'm like, all right, I could become an elementary school teacher. I want to teach, and I kind of want to do elementary school. So I'm like, all right, I'll become an elementary school teacher, pick up psychology, learn, because psychology, you can do different things with psychology. It's very broad. So I do that for the spring semester. I'm in one class. It was a once a week class. So kind of really didn't you kind of just learn the different fields in the child psychology passes that you can go into. So like you do studies on different fields and stuff like that. So this fall semester, they put me in two PCL classes. One was a psychology class about development, and the other one was I forgot the name. I withdrew from that class. Like I could, it was just bad. But that psychology class, I was so happy I stayed in that class. Like I didn't withdrew from it, because you really learned. So we learned about babies, and how their mind. Babies are smart, super smart. Mm-hmm. So you just learn how they cognitive develop, social development, and one thing that stood out to me in that class was because I kind of zoned out the stuff that I'm not interested in, was the physical activity aspect of babies when they're developing their social development and cognitive development. So when it came down to my final, I didn't know what I wanted to do it on. So she emailed me. She was like, "What'd you like about the class?" And I was like, "I liked how we brought up autism, special we brought up Down syndrome, what is they what's the word?
Is there a key word for those things?
No.
Yeah, I'm trying
disabilities.
Yeah, disabilities. Yeah. So we're talking I like that. You know what I mean?
Does is physical? Cause I know a lot. A big issue with kids with autism, growing up. A lot of times they're just behind, right? A lot of times they catch up. Is physical activity provide some sort of confidence for them?
Yes, exactly. That's exactly what it does. It helps with their social development, and that's why. So when I did my final paper, I emailed, can we add personal experience? That's when the unified basketball came in. Those kids, those special ed kids, they knew how to talk to us, but they were, you can tell that they were hesitant to talk. So when you, even just by teaching, right? So in my paper, I wrote down, I found this one article. They got 50 people, 25 had a disability and 25 didn't, and they gave them a structured of physical activity things to do. The 25 that had the disability, each group always had an instructor teaching them what to do and stuff like that. But with the group with the 25 disabled, you saw the increase in their social development through the physical activity, because they're learning, and then they're talking to each other oh, this is how you know what I mean? So that's
they gain confidence in their abilities. Yes.
Exactly.
Through physical sport.
And it's
there's nothing better than
there's
that.
nothing. There's nothing better than I'm gonna go back to my unified basketball, because I can talk about unified basketball all day. It was the best thing I could have ever done. We won it. We won our first game. We lost our first game. I was cold that day. I didn't have the right shoes on. I was wearing 5s, not my 4s.
Damn.
So we lost that game, and I'm used to losing and winning. You know what I mean? So I know how to handle myself through a loss. I broke down when I saw when we lost and how they reacted. I broke down. I was like, all right, we can't lose no more, because it meant a lot to them. They put time. This is their first organized
You guys had
sport.
practices and stuff?
We had practice in the beginning of the season, and once the season started, it was no more practice. Game 2 times a week.
Okay. How many games you had?
6, and then playoffs.
Oh.
So yeah, it was legit.
Yeah.
So we lost, and it was you saw how they they didn't even want to lose, and I'm dang, this. I was yeah, I was I'm doing I just felt it this is. It was just so warm, and when we won, you saw how It was like we won a championship when we won. The way they reacted and the way they celebrated. They score a bucket and it's the best moment of their life. And I'm like hold on to that. But it's gonna get better. Like
what's homeboy that would have won Aaron, the point guard?
Jordan.
Yeah,
shout out to Jordan Reed.
Jordan.
Bucket.
Walking bucket.
Walking bucket. He will shoot the ball from half court if he wanted to.
Nah, that ass,
but
bro.
like there was a time where he drained it though.
Yeah.
But
Word.
another thing about him was you could be open. But if he got the ball and he sees a shot that's not there, but he sees a shot, he's gonna take it. He gonna take it.
Who's that, Melo? That's like a Melo type player.
That's Melo.
That's not Melo.
Which Melo we talking about?
Melo in the
There's only one Melo.
Nah,
Melo is Carmelo. LaMelo. There's no.
Oh, you talking about LaMelo?
LaMelo. Yeah.
Oh, you funny as hell.
LaMelo is gonna be
You
better
calling
than Carmelo.
LaMelo Mello?
Yeah, like come on, bro.
That's what everybody. That's his name on IG.
Okay, cool.
What's
Think
that?
about this. Carmelo has been famous for 20 years.
Your
and
name's Big Nick on IG. I don't call you Big Nick.
Great point. Great point.
Nah, but you like the feel. So you basically love the feeling
That's funny.
of being there for the kids.
And then I'm still working out at the end. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, obviously I wasn't going try hard. Like I'm not trying to out here drop 50 points a game on them.
Should've,
Because you
man.
can.
You're not
I
trying your
could've.
hardest. I don't want to talk to you.
I
Danny
could have, but
Goggins.
like
Exactly.
I'm even like during the so like before the games we would have like a little we would eat pizza before the games.
That's,
Great
that's the,
This is some
that's
other
the
shit.
great
This is-
eats.
That's
But
That's
it was
great
like 2
eats
hours.
before a
It
game.
was like 2 hours before the game, so we had time to digest.
How many slices you busted down?
Nah, bro.
Come on, talk to us.
Gordon would probably get like 5 pies, bro.
Talk to us.
Is that the guidance counselor?
No, that's Gordon. He's a special education teacher. But he'd get like 5 pies, and the special ed kids, they'll have their one slice. You know what I'm saying? They'll have
They
their
should
one
have
slice,
one.
their 2 slices, and it was me and Anelli.
Uh-huh.
Anelli is huge. Like you look at Anelli and like, yo, bro, what? Like ripped, solid dude, big dude. Me and him just crushing pizza before the game.
How many slices, bro?
Bro,
Average. What's the average?
There was one time where I probably had like 6 slices before the game.
You capping, bro. You
No.
know you having 10.
Nah, I couldn't do that. But no, I had like 6 slices before the game. But besides the pizza, like the point of that pizza was I didn't realize until I got older was
Is this dude that Nelly play football?
Mhm.
Is he in college? Or
yeah
something?
he's
Okay.
somewhere in LA. He's somewhere in Louisiana.
That motherfucker's huge.
Huge, bro, huge, fast too. Freak. But the point of the pizza was I didn't realize until after was social. Like that's time to socialize with your teammates, right? We get and we're in a classroom. It's like our locker room. We were in a classroom, door closed, us and the coaches, just talking. How's your day? What'd you do today? Are you ready for the game? What you about to how many points you about to drop today? They're gonna tell you. You know what I'm saying? Then you get the kids on the team who are still shy, but they're opening it up. So you ready for the game? No, like I'm nervous. You had to explain to them like, yeah, I get nervous too before no matter how long I've been playing football since I was 6. Still getting nervous to this day before a game. It's a part to get nervous, but they didn't understand that. So we had to let them know like it's so like you're gonna mess up, right? There's no way you can play a perfect game.
But then by the end of the season, like you saw it.
Exactly. By the end of the season, they were progressing and like opening up. They were like, "Coach, can I get in the game?"
I ain't trying to get buckets.
2 weeks ago, you wasn't trying to get into the game, but now they see how fun everyone's having.
Yo, Zilla, by the way, I know you want to keep going, but this is a lesson for everybody here. Like to hear you speak with this type of passion
That's a
about
fact.
what you want to do, that shit is motivating.
Facts.
I love it,
This
bro.
guy, he rolling.
You can see the difference from when we was talking about Mon Rainey or anything we talked about before to now.
He didn't give a fuck about none of that shit.
Yeah.
But that's
Not
really
saying you didn't give a fuck, but you see the difference.
Yeah,
in,
like-
You were holding the floor right there for a good amount of time.
I love it,
a lot
man.
of people are gonna misunderstand you throughout life because even at times I misunderstood you because like I've tried to talk to you before and you really don't give a fuck about what you don't give a fuck about. But the people are gonna misunderstand that for like, oh, this nigga is he just don't give a fuck in general.
The thing is like I'm listening. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm
Right.
listening to what people are saying that I'm not interested in, and the stuff that like if you say something that sounds interesting, I'm gonna pertain it. But everything else, like I'm gonna be honest. Like I'll keep it real. Like I keep it real. Like when you try to argue me about UFC and stuff, I'm like, bro, like
Like, get it out of here.
Yeah, come on, bro. Like,
And we gonna get into some ridiculous arguments.
I'm not interested. Yeah, but like that's just how I am, and I kind of like that because I mean, like it's good and bad, you know. Like you don't want to just be that guy that shows no interest in trying to learn stuff like that. But I'm not gonna devote time is at least time is money, right? I'm not gonna say and devote my time on stuff that I'm I got no interest in this.
And you say it could be a weakness too, but it's definitely a strength, and I would definitely focus on the strength of it.
That's exactly what I do. That's why, like, but when I told people I'm gonna become a phys ed teacher, they were like, "Are you serious?"
People always gonna hate,
and I'm like,
"People gonna hate."
This is no hate to anyone that goes to school for business, no hate. But I'm like, you going to school for business, and this okay, like, you know what I'm saying. Obviously, business is broad. Like, you can do accounting, finance, stuff like that. But like, you're no hate to big bro. No hate to big bro. No hate to big bro.
But I'm saying it's just funny that your brother.
No hate to big bro. But like,
I don't feel some type of way.
My boy Isaiah and his little brother, his parents sent him to a business camp away in Atlanta. They went away for a week and a half to learn about business. They came back, and the mom said, "What'd you guys learn?" They looked at her and said, "Nothing."
How to roll.
How old was he?
We were 17.
Maybe that's a referendum on him, though.
Is it though? No, because it was a young entrepreneur. I asked him.
Nobody knows what they want to do at 17.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
well, some people do.
Well, you definitely did. You definitely did, right?
Yeah,
do.
19.
But here's the thing about business too, though. Like, you see people on. That's the thing. Like, social media can move you into business where you see something. Oh, I want to do that, and then you go back to doing your old habits. Like the Nick and Mal show. I understand what business is. Anyone knows, bro. When I got to school, I still have an LLC for a real estate company. I don't know what the fuck I was doing. Mm-hmm. Everybody know I like business. I like the aspect. I like the aspect of working hard, always being on the grind. Some days you could take off, like, I don't want to talk business. And then other days, you know, you got to work the long hours to make your business see. If you bring me business right now, I kind of know how to structure it because of the Nick and Mal show. You understand what I'm saying? Uh-huh. So that's really what business is. Like, you write what you're gonna say about business because you can't learn it in school. You
didn't learn business until you got
a business, bro. Because it's what you do. I'm not trying to cut you off.
But ordinary to have a business, you have to go to school to understand what the business. So respect to all the business majors. Y'all grinding. But like when people when you tell
but
people
you also
that,
don't need a business degree.
But when you tell people that you going to school for phys, oh, you're just going to become a gym teacher. Like, no, I'm not a gym teacher. I work in a gym. I'm a physical educator, right? So, some kids, they'll never get physical activity in their life, right? Some kids are hardcore gamers. So you can devote 40 minutes of your time for me to help you play basketball for 40 minutes, 30 minutes. Bro, you just worked out today. You know what I'm saying? You did something that you wouldn't have done on your own.
I'm not even going to lie to you. I've kind of, like, with your passion, if you keep this passion, I can see, like, lifelong benefits of people who come through to your class, right? Because we all know, like, me and Malcolm have talked about it a bunch on this podcast, like, going through life not understanding what physical activity is or it being better for you, it's something a lot of people do just off momentum because they never played a sport. They didn't take phys ed seriously, and they're 50 and they don't take care of themselves. They've never taken care of themselves. They feel like shit, but they don't know they feel like shit.
Exactly.
And you, with that type of passion, bro, I can see a kid maybe just liking how you approach them and them seeing like, oh, this dude just genuinely cares. Let me put a little bit of time in. And they actually adopt working out just from you bringing that type of energy.
But and that's what brings, like, that's why I think physical education should get more recognition as like a history teacher, a science teacher, math teacher, English teacher.
Yes.
Like,
because you definitely are highlighting the benefits of physical education. And perfect example is the basketball program, socialism.
No, not socialism. Not socialism.
Sorry.
Not
being
social.
Being social. Sorry, yeah.
This nigga social Hitler real quick.
But being social, the benefits of being social, the benefits of actually physical activity, the benefits of the feeling you get, rewards, and the downs of it. And it's all understanding your emotions as a person, which could make you a better person. And I like that.
Is the best part about physical education. There's no test.
No, you lying, motherfucker. They had that little pacer test.
Okay.
I was the first one.
Okay, pacer. I'm saying like
How much
this.
did you get in the pacer test?
I did the minimum. What I had to do for my fitness chart.
How'd that work? You gotta do it a certain amount.
You gotta do like 20 times, like ding.
Because the thing.
No, you can keep going.
Yeah, you could keep going, but like the minimum was like, oh, boys should be at this time, girls. You know what I'm saying? So
that shit is so
I got
foul,
20. All right, dude, I'm doing 20.
Yeah.
But like, other than the pacer test, you know what I mean? Like, I've talked to I forgot what phys ed teacher I was talking to back at high school at Longwood. He's against the pacer test. Yeah. Oh, actually no, a professor at Utica, Miss H. Shout out to Miss H. She's she's against the pacer test and stuff like that. It's sort of like separating the kids' physical. You know, like.
Should that not be allowed though? Like in high school, you're a grown up. Like understand that this dude might be better than you at, you know what I mean? Certain things.
But then you go into the social studies class. You got your history class. You do better than them. I was doo-doo.
Oh, you're not 100%.
I didn't do work at all. But go on.
This is my. I'm sorry to cut you off because you was about to go off though.
No.
But I do want to keep. I hope you're about to keep talking about this because.
So hold up. What were we just talking about?
Well, what I was going to say to the pacer test is that, and Bala brought it up, like in math class, you have kids who shine at math, right? And they have a test like, nigga, I'm better than you at math, and they gain the confidence from that. They're going to be scientists or whatever. I think it's a lot of kids, their number one like thing is physical activity. Mm-hmm. And I think we should give them a chance to show that and gain the confidence of being the best physically gifted person.
They
in
have
class.
AP classes too, like
like
science AP classes where those kids are like,
I'll do your work and mine in
the same hour.
I just because I've seen people like they have no interest in the pacer test. Mm-hmm. To me, what the thing with physical education is to get the kids' interest. I'm an athlete. I had no interest of running a pacer test. You think that's really what I wanted to like? I wanted to do at 10:30 in the morning, run a pacer test
right before lunch.
Right, but come on, like, you know what I mean? Like no one,
trying to mac on shorty.
No one has interest in a pacer test,
except for the niggas that can run fast.
Except for the people who's like, I'm gonna go for 100 today.
I'm gonna do it 100 times.
All right, bro. Like, all right,
the soccer players.
Yeah, bro. Like, all right, bro.
That's how they flex. Because they play soccer.
It's always the last. It's always two people left doing it. Even the PE teachers is just like. All right, this is last round. They just turn it off. But I mean, like it's there. Like if by the time we become a teacher, am I still gonna am I gonna have to do? Yeah, I'm gonna have to do what I gotta do. But like, I feel like a lot of kids they get stressed about pacer test. Oh, mile run today. I hated the mile run. I can't run a mile in 6 minutes. I can now, but I can.
You can run a mile in 6 minutes.
100%.
That's BS.
I like to run. But back when I was in middle school and junior high, like I'm getting like 10 minutes on the mile, and it's like, but I play sports, but it just brought like stress to me. And then one of the PE teachers was like, he's like, it's kind of just something that we have to do, but like he's like this isn't. It's just one. The mile run and the pace test is just one day that you have to basically do physical work. It's just one day, and he broke it down. He was like, yeah, you don't want to do it, but it's just one day we're asking you guys to see where you're at physically, because you have to fill out a form, MyFitnessPal, stuff like that. Like you gotta like see, and then you get mails to your house to see where your kid's at. That's what I do like about those tests, though. You record your answers and you put it in a computer, and it kind of shows you where you are health wise, like are you in the red zone, the green zone, stuff like that, and. It shows you like where you should be at your weight, at your height, and stuff like that. So you know what I mean? Like
I like that shit.
Yeah, like it's cool and all, but like I feel like it just brings so much stress to the kids, and it's you know what I mean? Like
I feel bad for the kids but that's the same thing as like failing a test and passing a test, same thing. But you feel bad because a kid could go home, but like they could be a stressful eater. It's like damn, I'm fucking all red. Oh shit!
But
I don't really know where to start at, so I'm gonna go home and just
stress is good though. I don't think we should alleviate their stress.
Oh no, stress is good, but like, they're stressing over a pacer test that doesn't classify anything.
Any test.
That is true.
Yeah,
you get out of school, the test you take.
So basically, we agree to ban all tests.
That's what I'm saying. Like you can't only do it for physical education. I don't know. I think stress is good because it teaches you to because life is going to be stressful till the day we die. I think the more stress you're exposed to, the easier you handle it, right? Yeah. So we 100%. Shouldn't alleviate stress
easily. Yep.
So think about this, right? You see, so there's this kid in scenario. There's a kid in your PE class. He's big. He's a huge kid, right? He's not the best in the classroom or in the gym, right? He gets a bad test grade. It's like, whatever. But like, you can do better on that, right? Like you can, like a heavyweight kid can progress in a classroom, like a history class. Like they fail a test. All right, teacher, like what do I have to do? Now they got to go take the pacer test, and they're heavyweight. And by the third, fourth ring, they're tired. You know what I mean? And like, yeah, they can fix that. But but that's more like a test is enclosed, right? The pacer test, everyone can see what you're doing. You get 4, you're the first one out. The test, you get your paper back. If a teacher's a nice teacher, she's gonna hand your grade down, face down, for every student, no matter what your grade is, 100 to a 0. A teacher should hand your test grade down that no one sees it. You flip it over, you see what you get. You talk to the teacher. Pacer test, you run 4. One kid see, oh, look at him, you stopped the run. And then you're the only person singled out sitting down while everybody else is continue to go. You know,
doesn't that make you a better man though? I think we need that.
It does, but for a young child, like.
I want my kid
15-year-old, bro.
Like, I want my kid to experience that earlier than that.
But we know a lot of kids just don't have the right mindset.
Yeah, so that's how you get the right mindset. That's why I played sports.
You're not wrong.
That's why I played sports, because I want to fail. I want to see what it feels like. I just got knocked off my fucking ass. Now, either I'm going to fold and go home and become a basketball player like a lot of kids do, or I'm going to get up, put my helmet back on. You know what? I'm about to become a dog right now. We had a conversation about this, becoming a dog. You're not going to become a dog if you never get into a dog fight.
No, and some kids are not
and
like that.
And you can't wait till you're 18 to do it.
Nah, but I'm just saying, some kids are just not like that. You're right, though. You are 1,000% right.
I don't think...
We all, as men in here, hope our kids would step up to the challenge of facing that fear. Like, you hope... Everything you said, we hope for them to do. But Eli is talking about the kids that just don't have it.
Can you cater to the kids that are not? Like, that's my thing about what you're saying. I agree with... Obviously, you have thought about this more than I have. But can we cater to the kids that aren't going to ever gain that? Or should we be catering to the kids that need the experience so they could become whoever the fuck they want to become?
I mean, you cater to both parties, but you're a kid who's just going to do 4 on the pacer test and not have that in their mind. You could tell that household that no one in the household does physical activity.
Mm-hmm. And that's where you come in.
Exactly, right? So then it's like, so the person does 4, and the person does 4 on the pacer test, and then you got a kid who does the passing amount 20, right? That person has some form of physical activity, and like they know how to work. You know what I'm saying? All right, if I gotta go run, I gotta go run. A person who does single-handedly 4, a person who does 4 single-handedly and doesn't even try to do more. Everything relates back to a household, right? Like you can tell at the household that no one at that household does any physical activity. And that's why like it just stresses them. Like that's why I feel like it stresses them. Like I've seen kids get stressed about like, what are we doing today in class today? Pacer test. All right, I'm not going to participate today.
Right, because they're scared of failing.
Because they're scared of failure. You know, it's not.
You fail anyway though.
You gotta fail anyway. But in the day, like by the time I'm going to be teacher, kids are not gonna like, you know, like they're not gonna have the they're not gonna have the mentality that you old, like you guys are way older than me. You're not gonna have they're not gonna have the mentality of like hard work. You know what I mean? So like that's why I'm saying like they're not gonna have the dog in them. And they're not gonna know how to find.
Okay, so my question is, what are they going to gain? Like, so say a kid is scared of that type of like failing, right, in the pacer test, and you say, okay, you don't have to do it. Let's get it out of here. What do they stand to gain from that?
No. That's the thing. I'm gonna make you do it.
Oh, okay.
But if you're gonna get 4, become the first person. Be the first one in line, right? Like if you want to make 4, do it the hardest 4. Right. Boom, bang it out.
Okay.
Work. And then next time we do a pacer test, how easy was that 4? Oh, it was easy. All right, do 6.
Yeah.
Next time, yes.
Do 6.
Motivate them. There's a book called Mindset. It's by a lady. I forgot the name of it. The book title is Mindset, and she talked about that. And that's basically going back to telling kids, when you're teaching kids or your son, daughter, whatever, you never tell them that they're smart. So if they get a good grade, you go, yo, you worked very hard for that. You never praise them. And I had a situation where I was working with one teacher, and she kept telling the kid, oh, you're so smart. And like the kid was really not smart, but I felt bad because when I read that book, I'm like, she shouldn't be telling that kid that. Because now when I was working with the kids would come up to me, I worked hard for this, right? I worked hard for this. And it's better for the kids to understand that the work that they put in to get that success. And that's what you're doing. You elevating the kid like, yo, you worked hard for that for. How easy was it? Oh, it was easy. Now you just work a little harder to get 6.
Exactly.
And that's key. I like that.
And it's like you're not forcing the dog in them, right? You're slowly progressing that dog in them, making them work harder by time. I'm slowly feeding you. I'm bringing you to the water, right? I'm pushing you to the water. Now you have to. Now you reach the lake. Now it's like, all right, now I got to run 6. You're gonna drink up that water easily, and then next time comes around, all right, I'm gonna run 10. I'm gonna skip 8. I'm gonna go 10. Now it's like, all right, now you're building that dog in you. Now you don't need me no more.
I think it might just be different. You know what I mean? What you're saying, 1,000% right. And I guess if someone just tried to make you wholeheartedly get the dog at once, that might be a way to. Because my stepdad, he's a deep sea diver. All his kids, he said, you know how I taught him how to swim? Took him to the pool and just threw him in. I'm not about to introduce you to it and make you learn how to flip your feet. Nah, nigga, go and learn that you might die. And now you're not gonna be scared of the water again.
Mm-hmm. But that's
a different
technique.
I wouldn't do that. I'm throwing my kid in the water. Like, no offense to your stepdad, you know what I'm saying? That's how probably he was raised.
Yeah.
I would never feel right telling my kid.
That's what they do at safety swimming.
I'm gonna throw you in the water.
I think so.
I'm gonna throw you in the water and try to survive. They're basically putting death into your kid's feet. And to me, that would bring the kid scared to go into the water again.
Yeah, but they got to know that you there's a good chance that you could help yourself, and also there's the safety net of a grown up right next to you.
Yes, or you can take the approach of, this is how you swim, right? Take it day by day. This is how you swim. Not, I'm gonna throw you in the water and figure it out on your own, but I'm gonna still help you from the.
I think everything we're saying right now boils down to what you brought up at first: child life psychology. You and Malcolm can grow up in the same household, and a tiny genetic difference could lead you guys to have the same experiences, bad parents or whatever. And Malcolm becomes a drug addict, and you become the most successful lawyer ever because he took the negative stuff or whatever it was, and he internalized it one way, and you took it and say, you know what I mean? You had a predisposition for discipline as opposed to where he needed discipline in his life. And that happened with a lot of kids. Like, you see kids grow up in the projects. They needed the discipline because they were predisposed to being lazy or whatever. Right? Now, they can get to being a disciplined person, but they need a good family to do it. Mm-hmm. Now, some people have stronger factors of discipline naturally in their genetics where even if I don't have parents teaching me this, I'm always going to veer that way. So I think what we're saying, like a kid being tossed into the water, it really depends on the kid and how he's going to react to it. Mm-hmm. Some kids are going to be like, nigga, fuck, I have to swim and I'm going to survive. And that's always been me, bro. I've been swimming before and my arm locked up on me. And I've always learned, yo, just don't panic. Because panicking is not going to get you anywhere. I've almost crashed my car 1,000 times. Don't panic. The panicking is not going to do anything for you. Then you have some people like my mom, who I know, you put her in a position like that, she's going to panic and wild out. You know what I mean? So I think it comes down to psychology, what type of mental mindset you have. And this is the great part about psychology is that it's not understood yet. So what we're saying, what we're all talking about, oh, I would do it this way, I would do it that way.
That's funny.
You can do it both ways, and you're going to have different results from a bunch of people.
Yeah. And we were talking about that last week with Piff Marty. And that's why, because Piff Marty went to school for psych. Mm-hmm. He realized he didn't really love it like that. But he was saying that's why he loves it. Like, the information-wise, it's there's no pure answer to it. There's just so much of understanding why this person does this. Which is, if you like understanding and studying shit, it's nice.
Exactly.
It's nice.
Like, some kids, bro, and this is what I love what you did with those, the kids, the basketball thing. It's a lot of those kids are probably shy because growing up, they realized that they weren't performing on the level of other kids. And at that age, confidence is everything.
Everything.
That's all life is confidence. And
especially in the elementary level. Especially in the elementary level.
Yeah, confidence is crazy. I was this one guy, Dr. Love or something his name was. He was like, Love. He was like, yeah, I've done motivational assemblies from K through college, kindergarten through college. And I'm always like, in the kindergarten, I say, how many of you can sing? Everybody's hands goes up. How many of you can dance? Everybody's hands go up. Go to like the 5th grade. How many of you can sing? How many of you can dance? A little less hands. And then you get to like college. How many of you can sing? It's like 2 or 3 hands going up now. And he's like, someone down the line told you can't do that. Someone told you can't do it. And that's affected you entirely where you just absolutely think you cannot do it. But me, I think you could literally do anything you want. You could do whatever you want. And you just got to think that you can.
Or at least, if you can, like let's say there's 10 different ways to go in life and you have to choose one. If you don't believe you could achieve any of those 10, guess what? You're not going to achieve any of those 10.
Right.
But in order to achieve the one that you can, you have to believe. You know what I mean? Like you said, you have to believe. Maybe you won't become the best stand-up comedian ever, even if you believe. But if stand-up is for you, you need to believe before you even get into it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For sure. Also, being the best at something is one thing. Like, because everybody's going to think you're not good. Like, somebody's going to think one way and another person's going to think another way about you. But then you get, just as long as you think you're good at it and you do it well, you know, you can do anything well and, like, be good at stuff. Whether or not people like it or not, you could definitely have skill, a good amount of skill in something and understanding of a craft of whatever it is you're doing. And you could definitely figure something out.
Oh, yeah.
That's true.
Career-wise.
Oh, yeah.
You could do anything you want.
Anything on earth.
Put your mind to it.
Piff Murray is a perfect example of that. It's not career-wise, but when he's on the show, he said he sucked at basketball, and then he has a IG video of him shooting. I don't know how many threes he made in that video. And I go, yo, so I thought he was nice at basketball. He said, nah, I learned how to shoot off of YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So you really could learn anything. You could do whatever you please to do, like you just said. You know what I'm saying? Just go to the right places, get the right information, and focus up.
Speaking of basketball, there's someone in this room with takes so egregious. I honestly didn't even want to talk about it, but since he's on the show, I'm going to give him the mic and let him say what he has to say.
Hold on, before we get into this.
Go ahead.
I got to go to the bathroom.
So, Mr. Hot Take himself, Eli, take it over. Let's get into the Kawhi LeBron conversation.
Talk to us about this. You got the colors on too. Shout out to LAC.
Shout out to the Clippers. We won yesterday 2-0. 2-0. We beat the Lakers.
And who else?
Yep.
Who else y'all beat?
The Denver Nuggets. And all that Paul George slander out the window. He's back. He's back.
He's
back. Pandemic, bro. We're going to talk about Kawhi first and why he's better.
No, let's talk about Paul George.
No,
you already brought it up. Let's talk about Paul George.
We'll talk about Paul George.
How are you going to give a motherfucker clout for the first 2 games of the regular season?
Because he dropped 30 points each game.
Oh, 30 on the
first game he dropped 30.
Average 30 points a game.
First game he dropped 30. Yesterday he probably dropped high 20.
Eli, the issue.
What's the issue? What's the issue, bro?
The issue is Paul George is one of the very best players in the league during the regular season. He might, after LeBron, KD, Kawhi, Giannis, AD, it's Paul George in that tier.
Okay.
The issue is in the playoffs, I am taking Kwame Brown over him.
See, that's
listen, bro, he sucked. You suck. Listen, number one, Dame Dollar did what he did to him. Took his soul. Took his soul. Threw the ball off the side of the bag. He thought it was a dunk contest. He was just throwing the alley for Lou Williams and one of them niggas, right? But the thing about, me and Kadiki used to argue about this shit up until the very day they got kicked out of the playoffs. You're up 3-1, and you as the second leading star flops, and I could look at it as you influence your whole team to flop because we know Kawhi is not a flopper. He's never done that in his life. So what is the constant factor in the Thunder flopping and the Pacers flopping and now the favorited Clippers flopping? It's Paul George. You guys need to get rid of Paul George. That's the only time you'll win a championship.
I can agree with you on that if we do a 3-way trade with the Rockets and the 76ers. If we could get Ben Simmons, it's LeBron who?
It would be quiet.
LeBron who? Lakers who?
LeBron who?
Lakers who?
Yeah,
Bye. Paul George is back. Paul George, you forgot he had an MVP season. You're forgetting
And
that.
what did he? And how far in the playoffs did he make it?
They don't count playoffs for the MVP rate. They don't count the playoffs.
That's my point.
It's a regular season. And the Pacers, that first year when he turned up, his first year on the Pacers, he didn't play. He was a backup for Danny, right? Danny got hurt. Then we found out who Paul George really was, right? A bucket. Okay, he's the star player on the team. He brings them to the. Didn't they go to the Eastern Conference Finals?
Yeah, like 2 years in a row.
2 years in a row. All right, bro, they lost. All right, he played bad, but you playing. Oh, man, he's getting shot, bro. obviously, he's gonna guard Dame Lillard, right? He's the best player. Dame Lillard's the best player. Obviously, Dame Lillard said, "I practice those shots every day." The shot that he shot again in Paul George's mouth, he said, "I practice those."
The issue with that shot wasn't the fact that Dame Lillard made it. It was. Do you
Bad
remember
defense.
what Paul George?
It was bad.
It was good defense. Do you remember what Paul George said after?
What?
Oh, that was a bad shot. He's a sucker ass nigga. Like, anybody is gonna be like, yo, bro, you know what I mean? Like, I good defense. Congrats to Dame. He just hit a better shot. This dude constantly makes excuses. I think it's something mental with him, bro. Like, I really think that's like we were talking about child life psychology. When he was a baby in the NBA going up against LeBron in the conference finals, demolished him. He gets nervous when playoff time comes.
And guess who don't get nervous when playoff time comes?
LeBron James.
Number 2, Kawhi Leonard.
Okay.
2-time defensive player of the year. Two-time defensive player of the year.
Who put you on to Kawhi?
Shout out to Skrilla P. Shout out to Skrilla P.
We gotta get Skrilla had some
Paul
Gotta get
Ponza,
Skrilla and
the
Jay West
GOAT.
to talk basketball. Those guys know what they're talking about.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
2-time defensive player of the year. At what?
How many MVPs again? I forgot.
He has 2 Finals MVPs.
No regular season.
None. But okay, that's cool. How old was LeBron when he first got his ring? 28. Old.
Yeah.
28. Guess how old Kawhi was?
How?
23.
Are you okay? So do you actually study basketball? Because now I'm not even going to have the discussion with you. Because if LeBron James was playing with Tim Duncan, a top 5 greatest player of all time, the greatest coach of all time.
How old was bro? LeBron had to leave Cleveland to go to Miami, team up with D Wade and Bosh to get a ring, bro. I don't want to hear it, bro. And then he still lost more times to the Warriors, bro. And Kawhi beat him head to head in the play, bro. I don't want to hear that.
He also
LeBron,
beat Kawhi's head to head.
Okay, but Kawhi beat him more times too, bro. Kawhi is a bucket, bro.
Come on.
Let's talk actual basketball.
I don't know actual basketball. I don't watch. I know Kawhi.
You know Kawhi. No, you
No,
good.
we
You know
good.
Kawhi.
I know Kawhi.
Oh,
I don't. When I watch a basketball game, I'll throw the Lakers game was on yesterday. I was on my phone the whole time watching.
Who's a better player?
Kawhi.
In what way?
Defensive ways. You not stopping him post shot fadeaway. I honestly really think he's a better leader.
Nah, that's
100% think he's a better leader.
I don't even watch basketball.
The thing, and
You hate
Hold on,
LeBron.
let's finish.
I respect LeBron.
no, it's
bro.
a debate. We go back and forth. Listen, this is what I love about Skip Bayless because he's the greatest person in sports talk. You know why? Because to take such an idiotic position and sound smart for 10 years, it's great. Unfortunately, a lot of you motherfuckers that hate on LeBron are not Skip Bayless. And y'all sound ridiculous like saying the shit you just said. How the fuck is Kawhi, who's never been a leader on a team, a better leader than a nigga that's been a leader since he was 16?
He wasn't a leader on the team.
You ever see when he told his mom to shut the fuck up?
He wasn't a leader on the team?
Who?
Kawhi, he was never a
What
leader on
team?
The Raptors, he wasn't a leader? Who
Bro,
are the leaders on the Raptors?
Kyle Lowry. Everyone knows he's the leader, bro. That's his team.
Did Kyle Lowry win the finals? Kawhi
Oh,
won that
look at
final.
what we talking about.
Who
This
took
what-
the last shot in the Eastern Conference Finals against the 76ers?
Kawhi was the most talented player on the team. He's going to take the last shot.
If he's not a leader, how come Serge left the Raptors to go to LAC to team up with Kawhi? And you know what Kawhi said to him? You know what Kawhi said to him? You know what Kawhi said to him?
What?
You coming or what? He didn't say,
Come
yo, bro, this is
Some
what we
big-ass
got. This is what
hands.
we got going on. He said, how's it going? He said, how's it going down? You coming or what?
Mm-hmm.
They have a close relationship.
Leader talk,
bro. He's not recruiting him. He's telling him to come, bro. He's like, yo. Bro.
That's what LeBron did to homeboy. He just got the chip with.
Who?
AD. Like, yo, what you doing? You gonna bring that unibrow to Star City and make it happen? And guess what?
Thank God.
They made it happen.
Shout out to AD because I'm happy. If there's one player on the Lakers I'm happy AD is on the Lakers. And
Why?
I'm happy
Because you know LeBron was gonna get him a chip, right?
No, I knew bro. He was who was on the Hornets, bro.
Yeah, let's talk about the glow up AD had. That dude came into the league, but
he's a pretty motherfucker.
He's a pretty boy now.
He's a model now.
Yeah, I've always thought about that. Like, yo, bro,
he could get it, bro.
No, word. He's one of the better looking dudes in the NBA.
Yeah,
Cutest top 3 cutest NBA players.
Kelly Oubre #1 though.
I don't like them two pretty boy niggas. Like,
yeah, nah, you're right. Because his game, yeah. Because this thing, AD's a pretty boy and he can play game. Kelly Oubre, these past 2 games, bro, them stats. He's coming out running like Naruto, like he's ready to hoop. He's not showing it.
That's Paul George in the playoffs. But Zilla, the Kawhi thing.
I respect LeBron James. I respect him, but to say that he's my GOAT, I can't. I don't like the way he plays basketball.
What about basketball? What about LeBron's game? Don't you like?
I don't like, bro. Like, you big and everything, bro. Obviously, you can go in the paint and freaking dunk the ball like with so much power, like, and look like it's the. And here's another thing why I hate LeBron. I dislike LeBron's game is I've seen games where he's played a bad game and they lost as a team. And Bleacher Report and all those other things are still posting his highlights like he's won.
No, because he's a star. That's what happens when you're a star.
But why though? Why though? Kawhi's dropping points and he's not getting no recognition.
He's not marketable.
None.
That's a marketing issue. That has nothing to do with a player.
I feel like that is has something to do with the player because like I feel like he has to say like, yo, like I play bad, but y'all still need to show.
Nah, it's not like it's money.
I feel like in this day and age, with the social media, it's helping him stay GOAT relevant. You know what I'm saying?
No, the championship he just won is helping him stay GOAT relevant. You're missing on everything you're saying. Right? You're 0 for 100.
Who they go against in this past finals? I didn't even watch it.
Not the Clippers because they didn't make it to.
Obviously, who the Lakers? Who the Lakers? I didn't even watch this final. That's how much I didn't care about it.
Jamie Butler.
Jamie Butler.
Jamie Butler.
Jimmy Butler's a good looking dude.
With a haircut. With a haircut.
Now you're tired.
So back to the top 3 good looking men in the NBA. I'm taking number one. Obviously, y'all know who I'm taking.
Brizzle.
LeBron. You know, LeBron #1. Good looking dude. 6'8", probably 6'9". The musculature is amazing, right? And myself, you know what I mean? I like a dude who looks aged. The hairline definitely does it for me. He looks very mature.
Dick throwing himself out there right now.
AD #2.
You better say the whole Lakers squad. Oh my God.
Yo, you remember the girl who got the train run on her by the Pacers?
Yeah.
I'm trying to be that for the Lakers.
Oh boy.
Where LeBron at?
What you mean?
Who went in there first?
Frank Vogel and Frankie B.
Oh no!
Who put it in your mouth?
Nah, I ain't going near my mouth, nigga. That's a wifey thing. You gotta wipe it up for that. You gotta put me on the tray.
Dang.
Am I wild?
You gotta find me.
Are you gonna give me a top 3 now? Or I'm just on a thing right now.
Top 3
to bus.
See, I can
to bus. That's what we talking about. The bus downs.
Oh boy. Let's go back to that girl that got the train ran on it.
Yeah.
Those, like, they had the podcast that one girl was saying that Odell pooped on her chest.
Yeah.
Those girls are disgusting.
They're hilarious.
They look like the
What's the name of that podcast?
22 Jumpers. Adam
No
22.
Jumper. Yeah.
Yeah, No Jumper.
There's a name to it, but they're on the No Jumper.
Right.
I think it's like a No Jumper podcast. I think it's called the No Jumper podcast, right?
Nah, they actually got there. So the first one where they talked about getting the train ran out by the team, that was an actual No Jumper podcast. Then he realized how much views it got, and he was like, "Yo, y'all should have your own podcast."
Just
And
make
they
up.
did.
Let's just have these girls make
Yeah,
up
he
stories.
gave them
I didn't even know. Oh, wow.
he gave them their own podcast on, like, it's on No Jumper, but he gives them the platform. That's where the Odell comments come from, because they had Slim Danger, who's Chief Keef's baby mom.
Right.
By the way, I don't know how these rappers who can get the most beautiful girls always have babies by the ugliest bitches, right? And fucking like Selena Powell, like she does not look any type of good.
That's another one.
Yeah, that's another one of these super thoughts.
They just like that ratchet shit that these girls be
Yeah,
doing.
Chief Keef love the ratchet.
That's all Chief Keef knows.
You
seen the Don't Like music video?
Word. Them Chicago dudes definitely don't got
that girl that said that thing about Odell, she looked like that thing from Men in Black. The
Isn't
alien
that
from
Some Danger?
Yeah, that's Some Danger.
Yeah.
The Spanish one who had the slippers.
The one who
the
said
skinny
that
one.
Odell shitted on her chest.
skinny
right?
one.
That's whose sandals? They didn't say Dior. They said She
Yeah,
had fake her.
Yeah.
She looked like the alien from Men in Black.
She looked weird.
Yeah,
She don't look good at all.
No, I mean,
But it makes sense though. Chill. The story she said about how she met Chief Keef was he came to her college to do a
Spring
contest or something, a concert, and she sent him a video of her masturbating across her room, and she squirted like 4 feet out.
Right.
So
And
obviously,
Chief Keef
I would
was
want
like-
parts. You showed me that.
he's the same age as her. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Word, he's like-
Chief Keef young. He's still young.
Yo, what the fuck is that? Yo, they don't do that shit.
They don't do that in Chicago. They don't do that in Chicago.
Only a gun could, only a bullet go that far.
Only a bullet.
That's a good joke, man. That's
funny.
You won for 30.
I'm like, you want to play basketball? Fuck out of here.
Yo, I had a wavy bar to drop on niggas. Hold on, I said after they killed George Floyd in that Mayweather, we kind of had to bet on ourselves. Them crackers took it harsher than a shot of whiskey when all we asked for was proper 12.
Uh-huh.
Come on, yo. By the way, we be doing the money challenges. If y'all are able to break that down and get all the bars in there, y'all get $20 fucking dollars.
$20 for the Nick and Mal show. If you could break down the fucking bar Nick just said.
I'm gonna say it one more time. After they killed George Floyd in that Mayweather, we kind of had to bet on ourselves. Them crackers took it harsher than a shot of whiskey when all we asked for was proper 12. Go break that the fuck down. It's Nick Johnson. Smack, hit me up.
Can I do it right now?
Go ahead. Let me try it out, bro.
So proper 12, it's a gin? What is it? Proper 12 is McGregor's, right? McGregor's alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
Proper 12 cops.
Okay, I see what you're doing.
Jay-Z out here, huh?
20 on the spot.
Come on.
What else did you say? Something about Mayweather?
You want me to say it one more time?
Yeah.
After they killed George Floyd in that Mayweather.
Nah, I don't want to do it because I want you to.
Well, we're going to cut this out. We're not going to put that in there.
All right.
After they killed George Floyd in that Mayweather, we kind of had to bet on ourselves. Them crackers took it harsher than a shot of whiskey when all we was asking for is proper 12.
Mm-hmm. So Mayweather, it was May. Was it May?
Yeah.
Floyd Mayweather. Killed George Floyd in that Mayweather. These crackers took it harder than some proper 12, and I had to go.
Nah. Okay, and by the way, I know a lot of people are not going to watch the full episode, so I'll break it down for you guys right now. Bro, what's hot in your head? After you bought it out.
But you from Trinidad, you understand. All right, you want me to say that in Trinidad?
Let's go, come on.
Wow, that was
that's
close.
everyone's interpretation of how Trinidad is.
I do a good Trini.
Really?
Let me hear it.
Hold on. What do you want me to
First
say?
of all,
Champion.
tell the Trini people what my mom made you eat when you came to the house.
Tofu.
I ate roti.
Oh, okay. That's
I
a
ate
good
some
job.
roti. That was gas.
You was fucking with the roti?
Yeah, I love that.
I know you're
mad bread, whatever that was.
That shit was so good.
Yeah, that was good.
I know your people ain't never had nothing like that before. Like
Nah.
salt and pepper? Whew. Like, what? That's way too much seasoning for that. But yo,
Ooh,
salt.
spicy.
You know, salt. The reason why salt became famous because that's how much seasoning white people put in their Thanksgiving meal.
Ooh.
That's a Malcolm joke. You rubbing off on me. Okay?
Yeah, that's a Malcolm joke right there. Like your headline. Roasted.
That everyone weak.
That was
man.
weak. That was weak.
Yo, did you guys? So it was a female rapper, right? And this is how sexist the media is. A female
Katie
rapper
got bands.
that shot. Oh, that shit is dying.
Yeah.
We might have to wrap this up soon.
Yes,
but it's a female rapper that did shoot her boyfriend in the head.
Yup, I peeped that.
Why is no one talking about that?
Well, I mean, like, who was she? First of all, you know what I'm saying? She got arrested. She wasn't no big rapper source to get like a, oh my god, this rapper. You know what I'm saying? Like,
You're right. You're
like
right.
she was. It wasn't. It's not like if say if it was Young Ma, like damn, the Young M.A. say she's like, damn, you know what? You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get new headlines.
Young M.A. shooting her boyfriend in the head would be the most interesting news story
who was?
ever.
You know what I'm saying? Like, do you even know her name? No, exactly.
No, I don't know her name.
Exactly.
Remember Katie got bands? That girl. That's like
Oh my god.
What are we gonna get a front line for?
Yeah, I see what you're saying, but it's just like, for me, you know what? I took it personal compared to the Tory Lane situation, but you're right. It's maybe because those are more names. Yeah. But this girl that I shot her boyfriend in the head for what? I don't know what the fuck the reason is, but that's not cool.
Did you hear the call though? Like when she called,
they released a call.
I honestly think it was an accident, but like. You a grown woman, you playing with guns, you pull the trigger, come on, you know what I mean? Like,
and hit a nigga in the middle of his head.
In the head.
They said, first of all, this shit sounds like a movie. They said when they came in, he was conscious and there was a bullet hole in his head. I'm not even going to do it on myself. And it came out on the side of his temple. So there was 2 holes in his head, one on his forehead, one on his temple. But he was fully conscious. And they said the cops interrogated him when they got there.
Him?
It's weird, right?
They probably started beating him up too.
Well, honestly, probably. I'm freaking.
Like, where's the drugs? Where's the drugs?
He's like, where's what's going on?
Yo, y'all ready?
Yeah.
You got some more bars for us?
Nah. There's only one word in the dictionary that's spelled wrong. What is it?
Wrong.
Which word becomes shorter when you add 2 letters to it?
Shorter.
Yep. Okay. That's the answer. Shorter.
Oh,
You had 2
well,
letters.
no, wrong.
Short.
Short. Yeah.
No, it's shorter.
Wait,
Oh, it's short.
become-
It is short.
The answer would be short.
Yeah.
Fucked up.
I got it right.
What's
It's
the-
okay. I'm two
you got
for
more of
2.
these?
No, I don't have more. But
We
if
need
we
more
about
of
to,
those.
So next time, because we're gonna do this all the time, you got to bring more because you got to strike out.
yeah, I gotta.
I got to see how much I'm or whoever here is could get before we strike out. Because I'm 2-0 right now.
Nah,
What was the one you had like 2 weeks ago?
I don't know.
Dang,
Bro.
it was-
Before we dip, I'm just gonna give him some Rausch Stocks just before we dip. Peloton, you guys know that gym equipment, the bike, is acquiring a U.S. equipment manufacturer called Precor for $420 million in cash. The acquisition will add 625,000 square feet of manufacturing space for Peloton, helping the company meet some of its COVID-19 induced demand. Majority of Peloton's current factories are based out of Taiwan, so adding a U.S. facility should help cut down on 8 to 12 week shipping times, as the bikes are now closer to the consumer. However, the acquisition of Precor is not expected to finalize until first quarter of 2021, with factory not making bikes treadmills until the end of 2021. The stock price for Peloton right now is at $163. Me personally, to make this quick, this is not going to be a good investment. Peloton is a fad. Home gym equipment is a fad. It's not here to stay. The world's going to open back up. It's going to be good for 2 or 3 years due to the fact that the expansion is going to happen in the beginning of 2021, but they're not going to be able to make bikes and treadmills until the end of 2021. So which gives them a good 2022 run. But yeah, bro. Peloton, anything home equipment wise, think about people had treadmills in their home. The treadmill has dust on it. It doesn't fucking work.
That's
after
for sure.
5 years.
It's a hanger for you.
Just want to give y'all that information. Shout out to Rausch Stocks.
Rausch.
So what, Rausch? Like, how does this work? What's the relationship?
Rausch gives us stock information, and that's just how it works.
I actually want to start off like a Zoom call where he comes and actually, you know what I mean,
Yeah,
teaches
we
the
could do
people
that.
facts once every couple episodes or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
It's good info.
Great info.
Yeah.
But thank y'all for tuning in, man. I hope y'all enjoyed it. We had, you know what I mean, the guys in here. Even though we never got to the bottom of Zilla's ridiculous LeBron and Kawhi's.
We will.
I think we did get to the bottom of it.
We will. It was ridiculous, and I definitely need to be more prepared.
Yeah, because you know.
But at the end of this season, I'll definitely have a ring with my team.
Hey.
Do you want to put? Let's put a bet on it now.
I don't believe in betting,
What does
Bro,
that
you
mean?
bet me on the Mike Tyson fight.
and I won now.
What? No.
Nick, you You texted me and you said, I wanted you to win. Come on, bro. You know
I wanted you to win, but I don't know why they cheated Roy Jones like that. He definitely should have won.
Nah, what?
He was beating Tyson up.
Okay.
He was like,
I've changed my take.
I changed my take of the LeBron case. LeBron's the GOAT. I said it.
No, let's put a little wager. It doesn't have to be money. What do you want it to be? You got to post a selfie on me on your story if I win, and I'll post a selfie of you on my story if the Clippers win. Deal.
Nope.
I'm gonna make a clip so you don't forget.
I'll never forget.
Nope.
So, yo, thanks for tuning into the Nick and Mouse Show, y'all.
I had a blast.
Nope.
Blessed.
Let's go.
Yep.
Ever told on a nigga?
Nope.
Ever squeezed the trigger?
Yep.
Ever set a nigga up?
Nope.
Ever helped a brother out when he was down on his luck?
Yep.
You a sap?